The ocean is full of dangerous animals that are doing their best to survive, just like the rest of us. Unfortunately, the way some of these creatures survive is with haunting and terrifying methods. From the aggressive bull shark to the monstrosities that lurk in the deepest parts of the ocean, here are 15 of the most dangerous fish in the world. Bull shark. Of all the sharks out there in the great big oceans, the bull sharks are arguably the most aggressive, most violent of any of the species. These savage beasts often swim where other sharks wouldn't dare, like fresh water. As you might know, humans tend to enjoy fresh water, so this makes prime hunting ground of humans for bull sharks. Of all the species, the bull shark has killed the most humans. Many people only swim in fresh water because of all the ocean creatures and salt, so the fact that they can enter fresh is turning some from entering any natural bodies of water at all. Along with its close relative, the tiger shark and great white shark, the bull shark has been linked with the greatest number of documented shark attacks in human history. These cousins, plus the oceanic whitetip, are typically regarded as the most dangerous sharks in the world, and they should not be trifled with should you find yourself in the water immersed with one. The bull displays a particular behavior that makes it prone to encounter humans more often, and thus a higher chance of attack exists. The bull enjoys coursing through rivers, shallow waters, and other freshwater pools where prey are caught off guard by the alpha predator's sudden appearance. This shark enjoys roaming the sort of bodies of water humans most often feel safest entering, so take a glance in before you dive in. Now let's get ready for today's missing topic. There are definitely some wild sea creatures out there that we know of and plenty more that we don't. But a fish this ugly can't be real, right? It appears as a mix between a pufferfish and a human head. Is this some strange deformed fish or the work of internet pranksters? The image dropped with the caption of unknown fish captured by fishermen, but that's as far as the information trail leads. Could there be terrifying human-looking fish like this somewhere deep in the ocean? Or is there yet another hoax trying to stir up commotion in the scientific community? Drop a line in the comments with your thoughts, and don't forget to use #MissingTopic to join in on the conversation. Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you're more likely to win the lottery? So what are you waiting for? Titan triggerfish. How much do you know about the amazing triggerfish? If anything, it's probably that they're notoriously dangerous when protecting their young, and they come equipped with a set of chompers that can cut through metal. No armor will protect you from these things. These solitary aquatic creatures have been known to attack research divers and inflict serious injury when they aren't careful. Luckier divers return with holes in their suits and fins, not their flesh. Some unfortunate divers have been completely knocked unconscious or suffered severe bite wounds requiring immediate medical attention. They may not look it, but they got one heck of a bite and a nasty reputation. While its aggressiveness is probably widely misunderstood and linked to a mother fish protecting their young, they've been known to attack unprovoked. There's still a lot to learn about this beast, and scientists are doing their best to capture it all. Its snout comprises about a third of its total length, and its mouth is small with chisel-like teeth. Behind its small mouth is a ton of muscle that allows those teeth to do some serious damage. Irukandji jellyfish. Jellies are one of the most numerous species in all the ocean, and they've all been along for millions of years. When it comes to ancient creatures living on planet Earth, the jellyfish is among the few. The Irukandji jelly is one of the most notorious of all the species thanks to its deadly sting. In a recent investigation of more frequent stings occurring over the past few years, scientists have confirmed the species is indeed migrating south. This unprecedented migration is undoubtedly the work of the rapidly changing climate and ocean ecosystem. 22 people just last summer were hospitalized with life-threatening stings, all made it out alive, thankfully. At the same time, a surge of blue bottle jellies has seen a sharp rise all the way up to 5,000 stings in a single summer, with 22,000 stings coming in for the year. Sure, the numbers are much greater, but those stings are far less potent than that of the Irukandji. Researchers are extremely worried that their migration will see increased human deaths. Needlefish. The needlefish gets its name from its long, thin, needle-like appearance. Although the appearance of the needlefish is certainly bizarre, it's stress response that makes it one of the weirdest fish in the world. Although the needlefish has no taste for human flesh, the strange fish is a bit flighty, quite literally, and that's resulted in multiple human fatalities and severe injuries. Their flight response to obstacles in its way is to launch out of the water at blistering speeds, often reaching above 40 miles per hour. Could you imagine getting hit in the face with something as this needle-like and this fast? To put it lightly, they literally thread the needle through their predators in order to escape the dangerous situation. The needle being the fish and the thread for which it pierces being the predator. That's one heck of a defense mechanism for a fish not considered a predator. They often feed on smaller fish than themselves, but have been known to eat cephalopods from time to time. Fangtooth. This creature comes to you like something straight out of a horror flick or a nightmare. As you probably surmised, these dangerous fish live in the deepest part of the ocean, so their exposure to humans is limited. However, if they were ever to migrate to shallower water, humans might find themselves a new aquatic nemesis. To its prey, like smaller fish and squid, it's a fearsome predator they try to avoid in all cases. It's an aggressive hunter with a ravenous appetite. It uses its talon-like teeth to snag its prey, hence where the fangtooth name gets its origin. These fangs, however, cannot cut or chew, so it swallows its prey whole like a serpent would. An adult specimen, the largest two fangs that protrude from the lower jaw are so long that they actually evolved a pair of opposing sockets on either side of the brain to accommodate these massive chompers. Monsters indeed live on planet Earth, and this is the perfect example of one. It's no wonder that life wanted to escape the clutches of monstrosities like these for the safety of land as soon as it formed. Alligator gar. Any kind of gator or serpent can be considered a danger to humans. The alligator gar, on the other hand, is among the largest species of freshwater fish found in North America, and they're only getting bigger as evidence of recent fishing expedition hauls have revealed. On average, they measure 5 to 6 feet and often weigh over 100 pounds. Their powerful jaws are equipped with hundreds of teeth and considered larger fish a major part of its diet. Their most distinctive characteristics of this beast are certainly its torpedo-shaped body, short, broad snout, and rows of razor-sharp teeth. Looks like a mix between a massive gator and an eel, and equally as deadly as both. While they don't typically hunt for humans, if they're hungry enough and a situation presents itself, they've been known to attack and cause severe damage. Just look at its mouth and those teeth to see even a small bite from this beast would hurt. That is, if it didn't make away with one of your limbs in the process. These aquatic animals may appear passive at first, meandering beneath the surface of the water, but they're just sitting and waiting for the next opportune meal to make itself known. Barracuda. This amazing, dangerous aquatic species are some of the most well-known and feared throughout the human world. They find themselves among the fastest fish in the sea. Thanks to this fact, and that they come equipped with a set of dangerous teeth to boot, they're some of the most feared. Its long and thin body has evolved for speed and surprise. Since it's one of the most recognized fish by humans, it's one of the most studied, not to mention the ease of access to specimens. Researchers have been able to deduce a trove of interesting traits above the species through many years of research and observation. For example, their top speed has been recorded at a whopping 36 miles per hour. It's one of the few aquatic species that can do as much. They're easy to identify against other animals of the ocean, thanks to their distinctive silver scales accompanied by dark stripes that run along the upper portion of their bodies. Adult barracudas can measure incredible sizes, some even exceeding 6 feet in length and weighing over a stunning 100 pounds. They're ferocious predators not to be trifled with and can cause some serious harm to humans if they aren't careful. Their lifespan doesn't stretch very long, about 14 years, and so as a result, they have quick reproductive cycles. Thanks to their incredible speed and impressive sizes, few predators would ever dare challenge a barracuda face to face, and even fewer would win should they choose to. Frilled shark. This nightmare of a shark is as terrifying to talk about as it is to observe. With beasts like this living in the deep, no wonder many are migrating to shallower waters. The aptly named frilled shark could easily be the subject for a horror film, heck, even a paranormal one. With row after row of razor-sharp teeth on display, the shark is a predator that gnaws through its prey with surgical precision and vicious bites. While it appears more eel than shark, This monster can be summed up to nothing short of nightmare-inducing. Relatively little is known about this creature's ecology, thanks to its existence in the deepest parts of the abyss. It's only been recently where scientists have discovered their placement within the extensive aquatic food chain. Before their discovery, these animals were assumed to be too slow to capture faster prey, but recent footage shows otherwise. The study revealed that they prefer to dine on squid and bony fish, some of the most elusive and quick in all the ocean. Lionfish. Lionfish are a modern nuisance. These aggressive, brutal, ferocious predators behave more like a virus than a species of fish. If you have yet to hear about the devastation it can cause, you're about to find out. It's possible you've heard them called one of many names, such as turkey fish, butterfly cod, feather fins, and a whole lot more. A lionfish, no matter what name you give it, appears like a friendly face, even majestic, but looks can be deceiving. Even the way they move through the water tricks people into believing they're graceful. In reality, these monsters are the opposite. Time and time again, humans have tried to control the species, and time again, we have failed. These deceptive, insane-looking fish come fully loaded with all sorts of tricks like venomous spines, and they're becoming a global problem as they're found to be a highly invasive and destructive species. They're invading everywhere and wiping out entire populations in their raids. Like a cockroach, if you find one, there's already a severe problem. They're notorious for destroying natural habitats, disrupting local food chains, and overpopulating and culling local species wherever they go. This has dire ramifications in the human world as well. The lionfish seems hell-bent on world domination, and it's making a pretty amazing go at it. They're native to the South Pacific and Indian Ocean, with their original habitat stretching from Australia to Japan. Today, they can be found around the globe, with who knows where next they might show up. To make matters worse, there are 12 different species of lionfish. They corner their prey and strike, eating them whole and without mercy. Stonefish. As you're probably well aware of by this point, the ocean is chock full of dangerous, toxic creatures with enough potency to kill a human 10 times over. They should be avoided at all times. From the infamous blue-ringed octopus to the aforementioned and notorious lionfish, some creatures pack quite a punch of toxins that should be best avoided. Of all in the ocean, stonefish holds the title for most venomous fish in all the sea. Its name is derived from one of the several species of fish found in the same genus. These wild-looking fish are located in the rocky and muddy bottoms of marine habitats in the Indo-Pacific region. They're masters of camouflage, so stepping on one is easier than you might think and takes some pre-planning to prepare for. The majority of their bodies are colored brown with orange, yellow, or red patches scattered about and are textured to resemble the rocks and coral to the nth degree. You could walk right past one of the deadly creatures and never even know it was there. If you're swimming in the area mentioned before, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for these dangerous poisoners. Boxfish. Even though its name is funny, its deadly abilities are not. The boxfish is equally bizarre in all aspects. The fish primarily feeds on mollusks, crustaceans, small fish, and tiny sand-dwelling worms. This is where its cute face comes into play. By using its mouth to blow powerful jets of water into the muddy seafloor, it manages to stir up all the small invertebrates hiding within to feed on them. Males are often more colorful than females, making them easier to identify. They're infamously slow swimmers that swim by paddling with their dorsal and anal fins. They're curious species and often allow humans to approach without dashing away for attacking. Don't be fooled by this passivity. They come armed with an impressive amount of maneuverability despite their slow speed. What they lack in power and evasive skill, they make up for with laser precision. Most of the outside of its body is covered in armor that excels in preventing predators from taking a bite. This is where this boxfish gets intriguing. They also have a chemical defense system when all else fails. This chemical they release upon survival contains a potent toxin, which boxfish produce on their skin naturally. As for their bright colors, this is a way that Mother Nature tells other species of nature to back off. I'm dangerous. Their toxins are chemically unlike any other fish known and are utilized in an entirely different method, not requiring a sting or even a touch. Electric eel. The famous electric eel has been long known as a species of the deep. Their incredible ability to produce impressive volts of electricity have long been understood. However, new species have turned up the voltage output to the maximum. The two new electric eels were discovered just a few years past and have brought the famed creature back into the spotlight. The new species, first observed in the Amazon basin, defied much previous understanding of electric eels and what they're truly capable of. These majestic yet eerie creatures can produce a whopping jolt of electricity that experts initially thought to be impossible. The study revealed that its electricity is capable of delivering a whopping 860 volts on command. This drastically overshadowed the last record breaker, who could only deliver a mere 640 volts. Still a huge amount. Researchers say there are probably vast amounts of undiscovered electric eels out there with who knows what kind of power generating ability under its control. Kangaroo. When it comes to nightmare-inducing creatures, the kangaroo really takes it up a level. There's no subtle way to describe its brutal methods, so the best way to accomplish that goal is to just come out and say it. The dreadful kangaroo is an aquatic, urethra-nesting nightmare fish that will make you second-guess ever entering another body of water for the rest of your life. So long as these monsters exist and can exist in the water, would you pose such a risk to yourself? The beast is a small, chilling, worm-like creature found in the rivers of the Amazon. Luckily, they haven't spread anywhere else thus far. The species has some strange fondness for swimming up the human urethra and easily locates its prey by following urine trails in the water. Yes, that means when you pee in the river, you're attracting these guys right to you. It's one more reason you should relieve yourself in the bathroom and not the water. If you ask the locals of which reptiles, insects, and nightmare-inducing predators they fear the most in all the Amazon, many mention the kangaroo by name without a moment's hesitation. Even the fearsome piranha isn't as fear-inducing to these people as the kangaroo. Payera. If it has a nickname like the monstrous vampire fish, you know it has to be one nasty creature. The scientifically titled Payera is a terrifying fish species you'd probably rather never hear about. The name vampire is given to those freshwater fish because of these scary appearance and large fang for teeth. The vampire fish species is also called other names like dog-toothed tetra, wolffish, and Dracula fish, all the names hinting at the vampire fangs for its identity. The first thing most people notice about this crazy creature is its sharp, spiky, projecting, and razor-sharp teeth. The creature's massive fangs are connected directly to its lower jaw and typically measure around 5 to 6 inches. Those are some serious fangs. It's an aggressive hunter that lives to eat and little else. Throughout their life, they migrate from one place to another, always on the hunt for new foods to try. You can consider this guy the foodie of the ocean. Since there are no known predators, they can become a nuisance they grow too numerous. They enjoy eating so much that they're one of the few species to exhibit cannibalistic tendencies when it's hungry. They consume the blood of the other fish as well, another nod to their vampire namesake. Piranhas. Piranhas are wild predators, even when compared with the brutal and vicious creatures we've gone over today. Their ancestors were on a whole other level themselves, so you know their evolution comes from some gnarly, dangerous genes. According to experts, the ancient piranha may have had the strongest bite to ever exist on Earth. That just goes to show that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in terms of their evolutionary ancestors of today. Comparing their fossil teeth to living piranhas of today has allowed scientists to deduce the species could once reach up to 6 feet long, a significant jump in size compared to the little piranha of today. Don't let this smaller size fool you. Despite their miniature size, that same ferocious bite still lingers, and their jagged, razor-like teeth rip and shred flesh with ease. And at blistering speeds, they're not exactly an exclusive meat-eating species, despite their notorious nature of consuming it, but they do prefer it, especially when found in larger schools. Researchers classify the species as between carnivore and the likes of a pacu fish, an herbivorous fish related to the piranha, but that eats plants. The ocean is home to some of the most dangerous animals in the world. The monsters that lurk in the abyss are truly something that horror films are made from. Heck, it's for monsters like these that animals ran for land as soon as they could in the first place. Humans may have dreams about monsters, but the ocean is where those dreams first started. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to get all our lit content delivered right to your inbox.